Hello students of class 5. We have already started the chapter Our Heritage and we have done most of it. First of all, we saw what is heritage, then what are the types of heritage, natural heritage, cultural heritage, what comes under natural heritage, that is our whole natural environment, then what comes under cultural heritage, our you know the monuments, the pillars, inscriptions, then various art forms, music, dance, and then the paintings, the literature, then food, clothing, our craft work, sports, different festivals, everything comes under cultural heritage. And we have seen about the different monuments, okay, and how it is very important for us to preserve these monuments. Then we have seen the the dance of the dances of India, which are classified under two heads, that is the classical dance and the folk dance. The classical dance mainly originated in the temples, and some in courts, became popular in the courts of kings, like the Kathak dance. And then we have the different classical dances like Kathakali of Kerala, then Odissi of Odisha, Manipuri of Manipur, then Kuchipuri of Andhra Pradesh. Now, then we have the folk dance. Folk dance is a group dance performed by people on special occasions like harvest, wedding, social gathering, all these festivals, all these occasions. And some of them are Kachi Ghori of Rajasthan, then you have Bihu of Assam, bamboo dance of Manipur. Also the tribal dances are also included in it. Then we have the music. Music also is categorized in the same way as the dance, as classical music and folk music. And under classical music we have the Hindustani and the Carnatic, and the folk also is in this. Just like a folk dance, folk music is also performed, sung by group of people on special occasions, and some examples are bhajans, kavalis, patriotic songs, that way. Then we have the paintings, okay, and it started as early as the early men who used to paint on the caves, the hunting scenes. Then we have the paintings of Ajanta and Ellora caves, which depict the life of Buddha. Then we have the Mughal miniature painting and Rajasthani paintings. They deal with different themes, scenes from Ramayana and Mahabharata, battle scenes, then beautiful landscapes. All these are there. Then we have the folk paintings, the Tanjore paintings of Tamil Nadu, the Fat paintings of Rajasthan, Madhubani paintings of Bihar, Worli paintings of Maharashtra. They are very popular ones, and the common themes are depiction of the life of god and goddesses, then scenes from Ramayana and Mahabharata, scenes from the life of great kings, beautiful flowers, hunting scenes, battle scenes. All these are there. Now today we are going to study about literature, okay, and among literature, then the oral tradition, language, food, clothes, craft work, and sports. All these are under cultural heritage. Now, literature is categorized into religious and non-religious. Oral means, and among religious literature you have all the religious scriptures, that is the Vedas, the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita, the two epics, Ramayana and the Mahabharata, everything. And apart from these, everything comes under non-religious literature. And then you have the oral tradition. Oral tradition is something which is passed down from one generation to the other by word of mouth. There is no written account, like the grandma stories. Now at present we have books which deals with grandma story, means where we have an account of the grandma stories and other folk tales. But previously there was no written account, and that is why it says oral tradition. Then languages. We have as many as 29 states and 7 union territories. And each state has a different language, and that's why, you know, India is a diverse country. Even if Hindi is a popular language that is spoken, if you see, you know, the Hindi spoken in Bihar is different from that of Uttar Pradesh, because the dialects are different. Okay, the way it's spoken is different. Even the way we speak Bengali, and if you go to some other districts, say Purulia or you know, any other district, you will find there is also a difference in the way we speak and they speak. It always happens in that way. Then the food. Okay, we you know, have different kinds of food. North Indian food differs from those in South India and also in East India. Preferences are different. Then clothing. The traditional wear of Indian women is sari. But even the sari that is draped by a Bengali woman would be different from that of a woman from Maharashtra or the south. So everything, you know, it's the difference, okay, that gives the variety to our country. And even in that difference, now there is a bonding between all of us, that which makes our country unique in every sense. Now then we have the craft work, the different craft work, the Katha stitch of West Bengal, the block prints of Rajasthan, the chicken curry of Lucknow. We all then the zari work of Benares. Okay, so all these things in sports, Kho Kabaddi, it's all original of India. Okay, so let's see now what is given in your book. India has a rich collection of literature which forms an important part of our heritage. Books like Ramayana and Mahabharata, Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads are all part of religious literature. Books that deal with stories, dramas, folk tales, poems, etc. Form non-religious literature. Oral traditions. These are stories and legends. These are also stories and legends that have been passed on from one generation to other by word of mouth. These form our oral traditions and include grandma stories and folk tales of which there is no written account. India has 28 states and 7 union territories. Actually now it's 29 states and 7 union territories. Almost each state and union territory has its own language, just as I said before. Hindi is the most common language spoken by majority of people in our country. Clothes, food and jewelry. Clothes, food and jewelry are also part of our heritage. As far as food is concerned, Rajma chawal, Karai chawal and Chole chawal and Mughlai food such as naan and tandoori chicken are quite popular in North India. In South India, idli, dosa, sambar and chutney are favorite dishes. In Eastern India and coastal regions, fish and rice are commonly eaten. So as I said, even our food habits differ. The most popular dress among women is sari. The ghagra choli is mostly worn by women in Gujarat. Now, these are very important for your objective type questions. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Haryana. The salwar kameez is popular among women in North India. Men usually wear traditional kurta pajama, dhoti kurta or lungi shirt. Now, this is a casual wear at home. Now, generally, men also mostly wear shirt and pants. However, trousers and shirts are worn by both men and women in towns and cities. People dress up differently on different occasions. Gold and silver and diamond jewelry are often worn by many people. Yes, we all wear that. Craftwork. Certain kind of embroidery or stitching on cloth also forms part of our heritage. These unique designs, unique means very original, or techniques of weaving are quite traditional and have been passed down by craftspeople from one generation to the next. Some of these are chikankari of Lucknow, block prints of Rajasthan, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh, Bandhni or bandage of Rajasthan and Katha work of West Bengal. Craft work like beadi work, terracotta and puppetry. Puppetry is a very important part of the culture of Rajasthan. Special decorations such as rangoli and alpana made of powdered colors or flower petals at the entrances of houses are also part of our cultural heritage. Yes, rangoli is something we always use to decorate during the festivals, for say for Bengalis, any puja. Okay, we will always decorate it with alpanam, even with flowers. If you have seen the Saraswati Puja of your school, every year it is, an alpana is made and then it's decorated with flowers. So that is also part of our heritage. Then we have the sports. We have various kinds of sports which are also part of our rich heritage. Some of this include chess, polo, kabaddi and kho-kho. Thus, we see that we have a rich heritage. We must be proud of it and preserve it carefully for our future generations. Definitely, it's our responsibility to preserve it so that the future generations can also benefit from our heritage. This brings us to the end of the chapter. Hope you have understood it. Thank you, students.